On the morning of November 12th, 2025, the name Jimin once again dominated Naver's top search trends. AS Korea's Brand Reputation Index released its daily update. One headline quickly stood out. Jimin ranks number 1, the highest sound genius in K-pop. For fans, it wasn't just another chart moment. It was validation, a reminder of how Jimin's artistry continues to shape the sound and spirit of Korean pop even during BTS's hiatus. According to the latest data, Jimin claimed the number 1 position in the individual K-pop idol brand reputation rankings, beating out hundreds of other active artists. Analysts attributed this surge not only to his continuous musical relevance, but also to his unique emotional presence on social media and streaming platforms. His solo tracks, especially Who from the album Muse, remain fixtures on global charts. With record-breaking consistency, released earlier in 2025, Who wasn't just a song, it was a phenomenon. The track spent months charting on Billboard's Artist 100, where Jimin held steady at number 62, the longest run ever for a solo K-pop artist at that position. Its sound, minimalist yet intimate, became a template for a new wave of emotional K-pop production that values vulnerability over spectacle. Industry critics in Seoul began using a new term to describe Jimin's impact: the highest sound genius. Unlike most idols defined by choreography or visuals, Jimin's legacy lies in texture. The fragile tremor in his voice, the cinematic pauses, the way his tone carries grief and hope at once. Music journalist Park Yun-soo wrote, "Jimin doesn't just sing melodies, he paints silence between them." A recent analytical report by the Korean Music Research Institute revealed that Jimin's songs trigger one of the highest listener emotional engagement rates across Korean streaming platforms. This means people don't just listen to Jimin, they feel him. His music is measured by repeat plays during nighttime hours, signaling deep emotional resonance and introspection among listeners. Even while serving in the military, Jimin's presence never faded. Armies around the world organized monthly listening parties, creating online trends like #StreamingForJimin and #MuseStillLives. These campaigns helped keep his music in the charts and, indirectly, maintained his top rank in brand reputation metrics. The fan from Argentina wrote, "He doesn't need to be online for us to hear him. His voice has never gone quiet." Inside the K-pop world, Jimin's influence extends beyond fandom. Younger idols cite him as a reference for live vocal control, emotional stagecraft, and artistic restraint. Producers describe the Jimin effect, the ability to make small details feel monumental. Every sigh, whisper, and soft hum becomes an event. His 2025 album Muse continues to be studied as a cultural shift in K-pop storytelling. Each song, from Closer Than Dawn to Who, reflects Jimin's introspection and evolving artistry. Global markets. Muse is not categorized under idol pop but under art pop and R&B alternative, signaling a rare crossover achievement for a Korean solo artist. What makes Jimin's latest ranking more meaningful is timing. While BTS's comeback approaches and members are still completing their service, Jimin's continued chart presence symbolizes consistency and faith, the bridge between the group's past and its coming rebirth. TO fans, Jimin's number 1 ranking is not just statistical. It's emotional proof that the world hasn't forgotten his voice. AS Naver's highest sound genius headline continues to spread through Korean and international media. Jimin's artistry is no longer just about being part of BTS. It's about redefining what sound means in modern pop. He has proven that even in silence, influence speaks, and as the digital world buzzes with his name once again, one truth remains clear: Jimin isn't chasing the sound of success. He is the sound of emotion itself. By the afternoon of November 12th, 2025, Jimin's name filled Korean media outlets. Major newspapers like the Korea Herald, Dispatch, and Yonhap News ran variations of the same title. BTS's Jimin, the sound genius of K-pop, returns to number 1 in brand reputation. International outlets soon followed. Billboard, Forbes Korea, and Rolling Stone Japan published online tributes highlighting how Jimin had quietly shaped K-pop's emotional landscape. While away from the spotlight, IT wasn't just a ranking, it was a recognition of longevity, something rare in a world built on trends. Experts from the Korean Brand Research Institute explained that Jimin's score wasn't just about search frequency or media exposure. It came from positive engagement indices, meaning people talk about him with affection, admiration, and respect. Dr. Lee Hanol, a brand analyst, explained, "What makes Jimin special is not just popularity. It's the warmth of the conversation surrounding him. He represents emotional credibility." That phrase, emotional credibility, would soon trend on Korean social media, used by fans to describe what makes Jimin irreplaceable across global platforms. Who, from Muse, continued to chart months after its release on Spotify. The song surpassed 500 million streams, while on Apple Music Japan, it entered the most played pop tracks of 2025 list. Critics praised its production, the stripped-down synths, whispered vocals, and haunting vulnerability. But more than the sound, it was the stillness that captivated listeners. A S1 review in Pitchfork Korea stated, "Jimin teaches us that the quietest voice can sometimes echo the loudest." While Jimin is currently serving his military duty, the Muse era remains alive in fan culture. Art installations inspired by the album's visuals have appeared in galleries from Seoul to Paris. A French curator even described Jimin's album art as a study in human fragility and beauty. Muse is no longer just a music album. It's a cultural mood board. Every photo, lyric, and melody is taken on symbolic life in the absence of the artist himself. Fans often recall how Jimin once said in an interview, "Silence can be as musical as sound, if you listen closely enough." That line has since become legendary in fan communities. They interpret his current quiet period, his absence from social media, his minimal statements as part of the artistic silence before rebirth. The message is clear. Even without words, Jimin continues to communicate. Korean music critics have been unusually united in their praise. And an editorial, the Seoul Times wrote, "Jimin's strength lies in emotional restraint. He does not perform emotion, he translates it." Meanwhile, The Guardian Korea edition described him as the first K-pop soloist to redefine pop minimalism through sincerity. His influence is now studied not just in entertainment journalism, but in academic circles analyzing cross-cultural emotional expression in modern music. That same evening, Global Army accounts on X, formerly Twitter, launched a virtual celebration called #SoundGeniusJimin Day. Digital artworks, streaming projects, and charity donations flooded in from more than 60 countries. In Seoul, a fan group lit up a digital billboard at COEX Mall reading, "Jimin, the sound of our hearts." This worldwide joy reaffirmed one truth. No matter where BTS stands as a group, Jimin's individual artistry continues to unite people through feeling. Luxury brands like Dior, Cartier, and Tiffany & Company also reposted Jimin-related content during this period, subtle gestures that hinted at his unspoken influence. Industry insiders noted that even without active promotions, Jimin remains a key driver of brand resonance. A marketing strategist commented, "When Jimin wears something, it doesn't sell because it's luxury. It sells because he makes it human." His brand power, rooted in emotion rather than hype, stands as one of the most unique cases in global celebrity culture. What makes this November 2025 achievement remarkable is how quietly it happened. An major campaign. No comeback teaser. No social media storm. Just the power of reputation, built over a decade of sincerity, hard work, and vulnerability for the entertainment world. It's proof that authenticity has lasting commercial value for fans. It's reassurance that Jimin's legacy continues to grow, even in moments of stillness.